Hi, how are you? My name is Thuli. Welcome to my podcast, Thuli the King Connection, Thuli the King Connection podcast. I am also known as Thuli the King, and I welcome you. So I'd like to, before we get kicked off to the podcast, the whole thing, the whole journey we're trying to go through, I want to tell you about why I started this thing and who exactly am I? Do I even matter to listen to? I think I'm a normal individual, as we all are. But I believe that I've been gifted to speak and to relate with people. And I think this is the opportunity and the chance that God has given to me for me to give that out to the world. You know, there's been a lot of people who said to me, bro, why don't you create something where other people can hear you? Because you are only one person. You can only speak to one or a few people at a time. And we really want to hear more from you. We really believe that you have something that we believe that we can find useful. So I'm here to be a servant to people. And I believe that God has granted me this opportunity and the gift to make it possible. I am Thulaganyo Bitukisi Molefe, also known as Thuli the King. Welcome. So I am also, just to start it off with my basic achievements, I am an award-winning business leader, and I'm also an award-winning public speaker. I've garnered these accolades through my work in school. This includes right through from primary to tertiary. But before I go too deep into who I am, I want to talk to you about why we've created this, because it's called Thuli the King Connection. I want you guys to connect. I want us to connect with what is very important and what seems to be very, very overlooked or over analyzed. And I believe that we can come together and connect and meet where we believe that there's a disconnect. That's why we are here. I also want people who want to connect more with me to get deeper into my mind and into my heart. I want you guys to see my experience, and I want you guys to see the people around me, their experiences, and the things that I'm interested in, those experiences as well. And this is what I believe that we can all achieve together by us coming together and connecting. And that's what it's all about. It's not about me selfishly, as it seems like in the name, but it is about connecting things that affect me. That being, firstly, being an African, being an entrepreneur, being a student of life, being in the society. I've lived in the suburbs, I've lived in the townships, I've been in the city, I've been in the villages. I can relate with almost anyone. I've been at the poorest, I've been with the richest. And so I believe that it's our turn for us to hear all of these stories all at once. And this is what this podcast and this channel is all about. It is for us to grow. It is for us to receive enlightenment. It is for us to experiment. It is for us to just go on a journey. And that's what it's all about. So please join me on this wonderful journey as we connect together. What it's all about, the Thuli the King Connection podcast, is, as I said, to get deeper into my mind and into my heart and the things that I believe affect us and me, for us to connect together. And what I really want is for there to be an engagement of teaching and learning, as I would want you guys to also engage with us and with me and with the guests that I will bring forth, as well as me and the things that I speak about. I want to bring encouragement. I want to bring inspiration to the world. I want people to grow. I want more confidence in youth, in people in general. I just want that. I want our country to develop, South Africa. I want our continent to stand on its own, Africa. I want the world to feel like there's hope. And I want us to believe and actually take action within all of that. And so the basis is teaching and learning. That's really what I'm just doing here. I want us to collectively teach each other and learn from one another. It must be an exchange, it must be transactional, and it must be transparent. It is what we're going through. It is a journey, it is an experience, and that's what it's all about. These are some of the basic things that you will be finding out and experiencing from me and this channel. We'll be talking predominantly about spirituality, commerce, which is business and entrepreneurship. We'll be talking more about entertainment. I really love entertainment. I really enjoy it a lot. We'll be talking about the social sciences. We'll be talking about, human behavioral stuff. We'll be talking about our communities. We'll be talking about the decisions that we make as people, as individuals. But what I really want is to tap into the individual. I want you to believe that you are a leader, because a leader does not start by leading other people, but by leading themselves. And that's what it's all about. I really want that to be the main message, for us to grow personally, for us to grow individually, for us to have our own individualistic relationship with God, to serve our purpose, to become impactful in our own unique ways. We all don't need to have a podcast, but we all need someone to nudge us and say, hey, bro, hey, sis, come on, do something, do something. Go deep into it, find your craft, let's experiment, let's do it, let's get excited, and that's what it's all about. On the basis of spirituality, I'm going to expand very deeply, because I believe I'm quite versed in spirituality, specifically in Christianity. And I'll be elaborating more on some of the things that I find interesting and I feel like are very important for such a time as this. Within the same breath, I want to encourage you to be more rooted in your spirituality, more grounded, that you may establish yourself more, that you may become more free and dynamic to achieve what you want to achieve. Then in the aspect of business, I am a graduate of business innovation and entrepreneurship in technology from the University of AVDA, which is the name of the university I came from and I graduated from. And within that as well, I have a bit of experience within commerce and in different sectors simultaneously. I've worked in VR, I've worked in AR technologies, I've worked in digital technologies, and I've worked in e-commerce, I've worked in physical businesses, I've worked in different and multiple industries. I've owned a salon before. I've worked with multiple partnerships, and a lot of things that I've done a little bit of business in school, and I've led a lot of people, a lot of teams. And I think all in all, that knowledge will come in handy when we discuss commerce and we talk about how do we uplift ourselves as people to bring value, because that's what business is providing value. And I want us to elaborate more on that and go deeper into it. So my expertise and some of the guests I'll be bringing through and some of the things that we'll be talking about, and I believe you guys will also be bringing through to us, will be quite valuable. We're a community. We can do it. Then on the terms of social sciences, we talk about a lot of things when we talk about social sciences. The things that affect the communities, the society, that affect you individually. We're going to talk about, everyday things, from mental health to services and public services, to politics. We want to talk about health. We want to talk about wealth. We want to talk about personalities. We want to talk about sexualities. And I want us to really just go in this journey of discovering, learning, and understanding one another, and let it just be this whole wonderful basket of fruitful knowledge. And we'll just be having normal conversations. Sometimes you just need to lay back and just observe the world, observe yourself, observe the people around you, and just talk and chat. Sometimes things don't have to be too serious. We just have to be laid back a bit, but we need to be intentional with what we're doing. At the end of the day, I believe I'll be giving you fruitful content. I will make sure that the content that you have in store is going to be the best for you. Definitely. We're going to have some fun on this podcast. I'm going to make sure that we really experiment with some nice things. I want us to go all out. I want us to be, excited. I want us to really engage, to be in the zone, to just have this ball. I want us to have a ball. You're going to hear that word a lot. Let's have a ball, because that's my motto. Let's just have fun while at it. I believe no one is young no one is old until they are 80. So if you're under 80, bro, join the bus. Let's have some fun. There's no age limit here. And I want us to really explore and to grow and to just, let's see where the heights take us. And let's just keep going and going and going further than that. And that's what it's all about. Okay, cool. Now, let me just be a bit more selfish, nyana, just a little bit. Let's talk about me just a little bit. So I'm a guy who is born and bred from Pretoria in South Africa. Very, very famous place in South Africa. The capital. And then I think when I was around 10, in 2010, I relocated to the West Rand in Kagiso, and I've been there ever since. I've had my tenure a bit within the past 3 years of being in the city of Johannesburg, or Johannesburg. Very interesting place to be in. And my experiences, I feel like, they really are widespread. So I really think you would enjoy some of the things that I would be talking about. Some of the things that I'm interested in, I think I'm interested a lot. My first interest, my first love is definitely God. I really love God. I without God, what are we? Who are we? And I think hopefully it doesn't make God jealous, but the thing that I feel like He's put so much in my heart is music. I really, really enjoy music. Specifically, maybe if I speak on the lines of house and soul, those are the predominant genres that I enjoy. Yes, soul music. I'm a bit of an old soul. What can I say? Yeah, please recommend to me your favorite playlists, where house or soul or anything. If you try and convince me to make hip hop my favorite genre, try and convince me. Let's see your playlists. I'll try and listen to them. Then I also I really love people. I love helping people. I love people, getting people empowered. There's something amazing when you impact and you put a little bit of hope into someone's life, So I really enjoy those things. I enjoy football, a little bit of chess. Hey, what's happening there with the accent? And I enjoy business. I really enjoy business. I enjoy making money. I enjoy creating solutions. I enjoy being creative, and that's why I would say my fundamentals really are: number 1, being a child of God; number 2, being a lover; and number 3, being a creative. So what does that really mean? Being a child of God means I'm rooted, and that's my identity of being saved by Christ, and being a child of God as He has provisioned me and has adopted me, and that's what it's all about. Then secondly, being a lover. Sounds weird, right? Sounds like I'm a romantic. I think maybe I am, but I'm a lover of life. I'm a lover of people. I'm a lover of opportunity. I'm a lover of experiences, and that's what I'm all about, man. I really want to put effort, and I love doing this, like giving you guys this content. I enjoy sharing. I enjoy bringing people together, and that's just me. It's the lover in me, It's just what I want to be. Then being a creative, I'm very explorative. I'm very curious, and so I'm also a writer and an author. I'm also a musician and a DJ. I'm also what else am I? I'm so many things at once. I heard people say, why haven't I done modeling? But all in all, what I am really is a creative. I love to be creative. I hate being boxed. I hate doing things normally, And I think I would use the term not perfectionist, but exceptionalist. So the difference is they are similar. They both want the best out of something, usually unachievable, right? The exceptionalist and the perfectionist. However, the perfectionist wants something to be exactly as it should be. Perfect, blemishless, without shadows, without dents, just perfect. I don't want that. I want something that's the most different, that's the most anointed, that's the most unique. And it's hard to get that because you are moving so out of the box that people do not recognize what you are doing. So it's hard to balance it out. So that's what I am. I'm an exceptionalist. I like things that are quite different and nudgy and edgy, things that are just, out of the box. And that's who I am, and that's what I do. Yes, I mean, some of the things I told you guys, some of the things that I do that I've done, I think I've done a lot of things and I'm doing a lot of things. And these are things I'm quite happy and interested in. I, have talents in music, in writing music as well. I am a DJ. I am also a sound producer. I'm also a writer. I've written a couple of scripts. I've written a couple of short stories. I am a big writer on quotes and poems. I'm also a public speaker. I'm an award-winning public speaker. I've spoken in front of thousands of people by now. And I think really that's been my journey, and these are the things that I enjoy doing. It becomes very important to me to really add value to other people's lives. I've started a couple of businesses, some have not worked well, some have, currently I'm taking it a bit back, but I am exploring on some business ideas, which you will see as they come to fruition, God willing. And yes, and that's what I am. I'm also an academic. I actually enjoy academics, but what can I say? I'm a numbers guy, but I'm not a math guy. I'm an accounting guy, but I'm not a literacy guy. It's kind of funny. I think that's what it's called. It's called literacy, right? Or is it called? Yeah, numbers. I'm a bit shady with numbers, but when it comes to business knowledge, to that type of work, I really, really am good at that. I dive deep. And, I've spoken about my recent achievement of graduating from EVDA in my BIT, Business Innovation and Entrepreneurship in Technology. Yes, I've gotten awards for various subjects in high school. So honestly, I've enjoyed sciences, I've enjoyed commerce, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm branching into commerce. I am an academic at heart. Honestly, I really love studying, because studying, man, I enjoy knowing more, having that mindset of saying that I know more than yesterday. And so every day I feel like all of us, we're on a journey of learning, and that's really what I'm all about. So my most recent academic achievement being a graduate in Business Innovation and Entrepreneurship in Technology from AVDA serves to me that my commercial interests are really, really things that I'm looking into. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the journey of learning and the process of gaining more information, and now having to think deeper and widening your mind. And I've had a very an okay but quite an illustrious journey in academics, where I've received multiple awards and accolades, as well as certificates in different subjects, including social sciences, business studies, and economics, and the list goes on. I really enjoy the sciences. I really enjoy the commercial route. Sometimes I don't know which to go for, but I think definitely my heart is invested where the money is at. I'm not a slave to money, but money is important. Even the King Solomon, he tells us that money is the answer to all things. So yes, I really do enjoy that. Enough about me, right? I think let's talk about what do we want to achieve with this podcast. Why should you watch this podcast? There are so many things you could watch out there. Why should you watch us? Why should you watch me? We want to establish ourselves as being part of people's journeys. We want to establish connections with people. And I want you to feel more confident in saying, you know what, I have this business idea. I feel like I have the ability to achieve it. I want you to feel like I want to deepen or find my relationship with God. I can actually do it. There's help here. There's someone who wants me to be on a journey. He and his team and the guests, they want to take me through an experience of deepening and furthering my journey of understanding myself and God. I want us to talk about society and say, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? Where can we improve as people? Is there hope? Should we just keep to the narratives that we always have? Can we keep going deeper? Can we keep going, finding that deepness within our souls to come and perform and do things against the norm? I want you guys to feel confident in having answers to those things. And that's what it's all about, really. I want you to say, I learned something. I grew somehow. I felt strong. I now feel stronger. I feel more confident to go out there and perform. And that's what it's all about. We want to be the most engaging content producer out there. We want you guys to enjoy the community we are in, that we have together. We want you guys to enjoy the energy. We want you guys to receive and be fed from this podcast. That's what it's all about. We want you guys to get educational content. We want you guys to have the most deeply rooted source of information, of entertainment, and just of relaxation and knowledge, generally speaking. I really, really want us to be the most enjoyable podcast for you to watch. And I want you to help me out on this journey as we go together, so that we can all grow and that we may manifest this thing into what it potentially can be. I have aspirations of us being internationally renowned, and I know we'll achieve them, I believe. Because we don't only have faith in this house, we have faith with works. We work towards what we believe. And as you can see, we are working on high quality content. This is the highest quality that we can bring to you, and we'll keep furthering the quality as good as it can get. You can hear the sound. You can see the picture. We've invested a lot into this. And really, that's what it's all about. It's all about you saying, I can start something. I can start this vision that I had. I can make it a reality. We are your inspiration for this. You can also, if you choose, to decide today that vision I had, I'm going to work steadily towards it. Because even now, what you see today is not exactly the product that we want. But we are using what we have to give you the best. And you should also give your best foot forward when you are building those projects that you have in mind, when you are building your career, when you are building your mindset. And this is what it's all about. It's that journey and that experience. You know, Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge God, that he may direct your path. And that's my message for you today. I really hope you'll carry on being a visitor to this site. I really hope that you'll share the content and that you will do the necessary actions to show your appreciation, and we'll continue giving you the best content. I am Thuli the King, Thulaganyo Bitukisi Molefe, from the Thuli the King Connection podcast. From the Thuli the King Connection team, we say thank you, and we say God bless you. We're going to have more great content coming up. Stay tuned and stay blessed. Love you guys. Thank you.